2.0 was right after Bahubali, when I got my first leading role in Kshanam. That was 2.0, where it became a string of very successful films.
Yeah.
They saw the film last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they saw the film last night. Amma hugged me. I was wiping away her tears. I sat on the ground. Uncle was sitting on a chair like this, and I held his hand.
Having a movie that I'm part of release on the same day that their movie is releasing is, I think, something that I wouldn't have thought of ever, and I take it up. I think of it as a privilege, and I think it's really great.
koimoi.com.
Hi guys, I'm Adivi Sesh. I play Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan in the latest film Major, releasing on June 3rd, and you're watching me on koimoi.com.
Hi guys, I'm Sai Manjrekar. I play Isha in Major, which is releasing on the 3rd of June. And you're watching us on Koimoi.
Right now you say that this is the version 3.0 of you. I know the last two, you define it as a bad man turning a hero, which is a villain turning a hero. But what is 3.0 exactly?
Actually, I've had the opposite journey to say in that sense.
Yes.
I don't come from a film family, and I'm I completely was unaware of how things work. So in 2011, when my journey started, I was just finding my footing. So it was just like this, can anyone allow me to express myself creatively? So that was 1.0. 2.0 was right after Bahubali, when I got my first leading role in Kshanam. That was 2.0, where it became a string of very successful films.
Yes.
And that is why I think today someone like a Mahesh sir trusts me, because I was able to give 4 very passionate, successful, good hits. In fact, Kshanam was remade as Baghi 2 in Hindi. 3.0, I think, is just, in a way, a new level of it, a new level of creativity, where you're doing it to be content. It's less from a place of hunger and more from a place of purity.
That's so amazing. But that also reminds me how it took you a long time to convince Major Sandeep's parents, and we spoke about that last time. Have they seen the film? What's the reaction?
They saw the film last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they saw the film last night. Amma hugged me. I was wiping away her tears. I sat on the ground. Uncle was sitting on a chair like this, and I held his hand. I was just watching him as he was telling me all about his experience as he watched the film. It was one of the most memorable moments of my life.
That's so sweet. For you, have you met them?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Many times you've met them.
A few times.
Yeah.
But I think yesterday was really special because that's when I actually really spoke to Auntie. She was so sweet. I think, like, I saw every mother in her. Like, this motherly love, she kind of gave it off to everybody. And it was so nice. And I feel like yesterday watching the movie, even though I watched it like 4 times before, was a completely different experience, because before I was watching it as a movie.
Yes.
And then sitting next to them, I realized that, wait, this is real. Like, it kind of just like dawned upon me, and that was just really, it like shook me a little bit.
It's actually moving, right? To be in the same room as they are and watching the sun there on screen live. But I know it's a very special film.
Very nerve-wracking also.
It is. It's a special film. It's a unique film. And I know you guys are not thinking about the clash that it's going to have with, let's say, Samrat, Prithviraj or Vikram. But you guys as actors, tell me, a guy who started out by doing a beard with a mascara. And
Really?
Yeah, so the thing happened, right? When I was 15, I did that 5-second rule. And I didn't have a beard, so I
sort of grew up too fast, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you trying to break that glass ceiling for yourself. And now you guys are there clashing out with, say, Kamal, Haasan, Akshay, Kumar, Vijay Sethupathi, Fahad Fasil. How does that feel as actors?
I don't think I look at it as a clash. I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of these actors,
Everyone. Who is it?
I distinctly remember the moments when, I looked at Kamal Haasan performance in Tevar Magan, or when I looked at his Vasant Kokla, which is Sadma in Hindi, and he broke my heart in that train scene. So it's like, I don't look at it as a clash. I think I look at it as 3 very different films coming on the same day, but also, and also I feel like that from 3 different strong parts of India. I feel like Prithviraj is the biggest Hindi film, Major is the biggest Telugu film, and Vikram is the biggest Tamil film. And we're all trying to be all Indian films now. I think the one slight edge we also have is that we chose to shoot every scene, every dialogue in Hindi properly. So we've essentially made 2 films.
Yes.
So there's a proper Hindi film and a proper Telugu film.
That's so amazing. For you?
I think for me, it's somewhere a little bit of a privilege, weirdly, because I've grown up watching these people, idolizing these people, and having a movie that I'm part of release on the same day that their movie is releasing is, I think, something that I wouldn't have thought of ever, and I take it up. I think of it as a privilege, and I think it's really great.
It's surreal, right?
Yeah.